Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? All right, so we're going to do something a little bit different today here. I got a new game I wanted to take a look at. As you know, I just did a final review a while back on the hero Kentari, so I wanted to pick up a new game to take a look at. I started to look around, and I noticed that I'd seen a couple posts from some of my guys asking if I would take a look at King's Raid. So that's what we've got up on the screen here. Um, and I noticed that they were mentioning that you get two free characters, 5-star characters, already fully maxed and awakened. Um, if you started with the new event that they had that came out. So I said, I might as well take a look. And they were actually accurate. You do get two 5-star characters, and they are Dark Lord Cassell and Fallen Frey. Now, as you can see, this is Cassell. When you start the game, you get Cassell and Frey, but they're both just 1-star characters, okay? And you get those just as the start of the game, and they're both good, you could say. They're not bad people. The new characters they just came out with are those two, but on the dark side. Frey and Cassell have a very close relationship. Frey's right here. So Frey and Cassell have a very close relationship. She has sworn to follow Cassell till he inherited the hero's sword, the power of the hero's sword. So he's the protagonist in this whole thing. She has sworn to follow him wherever he goes. So in this situation, when the goddess Salua, I guess, somehow betrayed Cassell, sending him to the dark side, Frey, followed him to the dark side as well. So they're now both on the other side of the fence now, so to speak. So you've got Dark Lord Cassell and you've got Fallen Frey. They're both excellent characters. They have excellent skills. So those are the two 5-star characters. You have to play through. Go into the portal when you go out to the screen here, and this is where you get them at. You have to go through, I think, you have to go through the story, go through the story dungeon, not the special dungeon, the story dungeon. And once you've gotten to, I think it's the 3rd level, I think it's this one right here, Reign of Dark Earth, you'll actually get the characters, okay? And then you have to go through a bunch of other stuff. And this will allow you to get like an awakened weapon and other stuff for them by going through and completing that. But you have to get to chapter 9. I'm working through the chapters right now to get to that. So you'll get the characters, and if you want to get some of their good, the good gear and stuff, then you're going to have to go through and do the stuff, and it tells you how to do it and everything, and the entry tickets that you get. Okay, that's the way that you get the characters. Now, you get two of them. You get both Kane and you get both Frey. So now characters. Another thing that's interesting about this game is the fact that you can actually, if you go into the special shop, my mistake, you can actually purchase heroes with the rubies. And that's where I actually got Zira. What's her name? Zira? Is it Zira? X. Yeah, we'll say Zara, even though that's an X, but that's probably how you pronounce it. That's where I got her. I got her from inside the heroes inside the shop. Now you will get a bunch of these rubies to start out. There's a special event going on, and you get like 10,000 just for logging on your first day, because I got this special ruby event. So that's another good reason if you want to start the game. Not only do you get the two 5-star characters, but you get a bunch of gems. And these are Evan 5-star, Taily 5-star, Cabera, Panzerone here. She's supposed to be a really good character, 4-star, and just a lot of good characters in here. If you're looking for something special, if your favorite character that you have, you can probably find them in here. Because they have just pretty much, they're all the 6,000, which is interesting because, you've even got the 3 stars at 6,000, and you've got your 5 stars at 6,000. So I'm not really sure what's up with that exactly. You think they'd have different prices, but anyway, they're 6,000. So you can get those here if there's a specific character that you're looking for. So you should be able to get guaranteed some 5-star characters if you just use them through the store. I just got 0 so far because I haven't determined which way I want to go yet. There's a lot of different facets of the game, so I try to determine what I need because I want to make sure that I have a very well-rounded team that's capable of completing all of the high-end dungeons and stuff that this game has. It has an extremely a very active in-game with dungeons and whatnot. So I haven't had a chance to look into that. I'm only at story level 3, working through because I'm going through the story and stuff. It's a pretty interesting story. It's sort of similar to what you get in other stories of the games, but it has a little bit more added to it concerning the way that they're telling it and some of the twists that it's starting to show. So you've got other things. So you've got guilds right here. You can join a guild. Same as always, just create a guild or join a guild. You just find a guild and you can search and find one and apply. They've got arena right here. You've got the League of Victory is the one you want to focus on. You need to do that daily to get as one of your dailies. So that's and then League of Honor here. You can ban opponents' heroes and pick on heroes. This allows you to explore some of the different if you don't actually have them, you can use them in there to get a chance. This right here is the vault. Now this is where you get where you get your mats. So you've got fragments. These fragments are used to awaken your characters. You've got skill books, which are used to, of course, for get skills to raise your XP. You run these, you get a bunch of XP, and then gold, which is allowed to get some gold. But you get plenty of gold. I've never run this at all, but I've already got 36 million in gold. You get 4 tickets a day, and I think as you go through the game, you'll be able to get. You can actually, if you increase your relationship with the actual NPC that's in the start of it. I believe if you give them presents or something, you're allowed to increase their friendship level, and you can get more tickets and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. I assume I'll get to be able to do that as I progress through the game. So you have then there's 2 shops. You have the special shop, which I'll show you here in a second. But you've got May's shop right here. Pricey items in here, but I assume considering how much gold you're getting, it's probably not super pricey. But as you can see, you get some really good stuff in here. As an Ancient Conqueror orb. So, I've already got a couple pieces of this, so this might be something that I want to buy due to the fact that I was trying to complete a set of that equipment. So that's what the other shore is the special shop right here. Now this right here is where you're going to get, this is where if you want to spend a little, cash at, you can do so here. They've got all kinds of stuff. They've got free stuff in here, so you want to make sure that you go in and check everything and make sure that there's nothing free. Also, your summons are in here. Under your summons right here, you get some of these free on a daily basis. So make sure you stop by here to do free summons, as you can see. And then of course you actually get essences, which you can do summons. So so as you can see there, I got a fragment of patience for used awakening of a knight, priest, and assassin hero class. Okay, so this is basically a fragment, which you have a large list of fragments based on the different type of characters. Okay, so and then you've got a forge right here where you can craft some of your. This is where you want to craft your high-level mats at and things like that, or improve your equipment. Very basic in terms, you can take it up a star. To awaken a piece of equipment, you just have to have a duplicate of that equipment, then you can awaken it. I have done so on the piece of equipment I have equipped right here. This is a T10. As you can see, it's got 1 star. This is an artifact. It's in a special artifact dungeon, which you have to get 1,000 essences to craft. I'll show you that in a few minutes, but I got another one when I did it. So I got one drop in the game. with the start of the game, and then I actually created another one luckily, so I was able to awaken it, increase its. It went from 40% and 12% up to 48, 24. So it's a pretty good jump. But you just duplicate and you can awaken it. So that's pretty interesting from that terms. You got the another thing you've got the Heroes Inn right here. Now Heroes Inn is very interesting in terms of this is a possible way for you to actually get some characters just without having to spend your rubies. You can just go visit them every day, and as soon as you get 1,200 in the kinship, then you'll be able to craft the characters. And there's some 3-star characters in here, as well as some some of the 1-star characters like Frey here. I mean, if you were to get her, that would give you a duplicate of her, which could be used to strengthen her. So that's what you've got in terms of that. Friends is pretty much the same thing. All you have to do is go to find right here and just click on these. And then reset it, and then click on it. Some will be full, but you'll get a crisp and then reset it. And just keep tapping through, and you just want to get 50. I've done it a couple of days, and I've gotten quite a few friends now. I've got 15 have responded back. So you exchange with them every day to get. That's one of the quests that you want to complete. To complete your quest, you go into the mission. Anytime you see a blue present box, that means there's something that you can collect. I joined some more friends, so that's why I got some more rubies there. So dailies, here's your dailies here. It doesn't take long. It takes about maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I've never been able to complete this yet because I haven't been able to use 500 stamina in one day. Again, not stingy with their stamina, so that's a plus. Not stingy with their gold, that's a plus. Not stingy with their in-game currency, that's a plus. So that's 3 pluses. 2 5-star characters, then the ability to use the excessive rubies that you give to purchase other 5-star characters makes this one of the most free-to-play options I've seen in quite some time. Okay, you do not have to complete this. You only have to complete 7, and you've got something like, I think it's like 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it looks, I think there's either 12 or 13, but you only have to complete 7 to actually get the daily reward. And that translates into weekly missions, which you complete on a day, and you get 250. So they're very generous with their in-game currency, which is these rubies. Okay. And then just as you can see, there's just a bunch of ways. There's different as you go through the game, you get rewards for completing certain timelines. They focus everything on this growth in the timeline, and it's just to help you progress through the game. Okay, you got basic achievements. As you get these, you get more. As you can see, they're very generous with their currency, the in-game currency. As you level up your characters, you get rewards for leveling them up. You see gold, not stingy with the gold. There's 2 million right there. There's I think it's 200,000, 300,000, just by raising their skills. So just by simply playing the game and leveling up your characters and your equipment, they're going to give you gems to do that. Okay, not in gems or gold. So rubies or gold. So they're not very stingy with the 2 most important items when it comes to getting equipment raised, and is right here, and they are very, very generous with that. And they've been very generous with the stamina as well, so that's a plus. Index is just a list of characters. As you can see, they have a lot. When you start the game, you'll get Cassell, Frey, Cleo, Roy. Okay, those are the 4 characters that you get just working through. And then as you progress through these, you'll end up getting Klaus as well. And then all the others are ones that I've just I've just purchased. As you purchase them, you get them. You get Marianne too. She's second day reward is Marianne. Second day that you log on. I purchased her from the store, and then I got Dark Lord Cassell, and I got Fallen Frey, like I say, from the event. So these good characters. So you definitely want to do that. This is the login right here. So first day, you just get a fragment box. Yesterday was my second day. I got Marianne. Third day, this. And then on the 5th day, you will get a 5-star Celine. Okay, so she's not in the shop, so you can't buy her. So very, very interesting. Heard good things about her, so we'll have to see. But I think it's going to be a base 5-star Celine. Unlike see, if you look at this Cassell and Felfrey, you notice they have a 5 in the center, and that 5 in the center means that they've been fully limit broke, and that means you can actually transcend them. As you can see, I have 80 transcendence points right here. I haven't done that yet because I'm trying to get familiar with the character because I'm only story level 3. I'm killing everything. I'm just leveling them up right now. I got them. They were level 50 when I got them, so I've already got them up to 56. And she was at 1 when I got 0 when I got her, and I've leveled her up to 53. And I've been using the main character just because in most games, in a lot of games, whenever they want you to do something, they ask you to level up the main character. So I'm just keeping him just for, I needed a 4th character until I get Celine, so I thought another character, so I just thought I'd use him. Until then, I didn't feel the need to go through for any of these others. None of them tickled my fancy that well. I had to admit Marianne was interesting and Clea was interesting, but she's a mage, and Bazira's a mage. This is a healer. This is a attacker symbol, like a knight type symbol. This is for a healer. This is a mage, and that's attacker. This is an assassin, close quarters combat. Okay, and this is a shield. Okay, so defender. So standard meta for your team to what makes. So I've got all the transcendence points for these for both Frey, Fallen Frey, and Dark Lord Cassell. As you can see, another 80 points for him. I just haven't used him yet because I'm not really sure which way I want to build them. Now they do have a recommendation, their recommendation as to what to do on each character. I've looked at this and it looks to be pretty good, but just want to make sure that this is the way I want to go. Okay, and then, as you notice, they have 2 sets of the way to do it. If you want to use him in normal battle, such as in PvE, and some of the dungeons and things, you might want to go with this. The perks for the arena, as you can see, an adjustment to conform to that particular event. Okay, so yeah, it's got some really good stuff. I'm really impressed with it. As you can see, I've been playing it for 3 days now. So let's go ahead and jump into battle here, and I'll show you what it is. I like the fact that it's dynamic, as I'm always a big fan of dynamic battle. I just find that to be more interesting. Okay, I'm actually at story level 3 up here in Ogria Mountain. So let's move here. Okay, so here I am at Ogria Mountain. I'm playing this on BlueStacks. It looks pretty much the same thing on your phone, so it's not the size and scale of the pictures and the diagrams. That's normal. So don't. It's an interesting look, but I've gotten used to it. I actually find it it's different, which is nice. I like to try different things. So I'm up here to 3:30. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. It's got an auto battle. You get ready for battle. I do like the fact that they allow you to change each score. I'm only using these 3 to get more experience points. You can put a 4th person in if you wanted to. You just click it and add the 4th person. And you can see it uses 8 stamina. You can double the loot. So if you get to like when I have to start farming, I'm so early in the game, really, I haven't to the point where I need to start farming stuff. I'm assuming you can use the acquire loot ×2 to get double the loot. Like this one here offers a it tells you exactly what it applies to and what you can get for, but it costs 20 rubies to do it. But again, they're giving you a lot of this stuff, so it's not like it's something that you need to watch out on. So I'm just basically using my 3 to 5 stars to level them up, and it's going to tell me I have business failure, but it's only level 3. I mean, I'm using 350, level 50 on level 3. I don't think I'm going to have any problem. Maybe when I get to level 9 and 10, I'll start seeing some damage where I'll need to start thinking about some type of 4th character, but I'm probably going to be Celine. I just have to see what she's got. So as you can see, it's dynamic, which I like that. I've just got it on auto right now. You can auto this thing. It's 3 characters with 3. So if you want to manual, I manual a couple. It's not that big a deal. I can just do it faster with auto. So I'm letting it run right now. I'll have to take over once I start to get, but as you can see right now, I'm really not taking much damage at all. Um, but yeah, so I like the fact that it's dynamic, and that you can see you can see the different skills at work. You definitely want to manual when you first do it, just to get familiar with the characters and the way their skill sets are. Also, you'll have to manual the event. Okay, you have you can't auto the event, so just make sure that you will want to try to familiarize yourself with the actual characters, what the what the healer does, what the attacker does, what a mage does, but it's pretty similar to what you encounter just playing any game of this type. So as you can see, you get different rewards. They show you exactly what you have a chance of getting. This is T3 materials, but I'm only at level, start up at 3, so I think they go up to 10. T10 is like when you're starting to get the good stuff, and you'll get some level 81 equipment. When you first start the game, they have some equipment sets and stuff that they give you, but they're level 81. You can't use them, but you've got them whenever your characters do hit level 81. Okay. And that's the good stuff. That's the real good stuff. I mean, that's not skimpy stuff. They give you some really good armor. I'll show you them here after this video. But as you can see, I'm pretty much going through this pretty good. That ogre in the back is an NPC. We're in the ogre area right now, so he's just for the story. He's in the game helping me out. He's been the displaced king of the ogre tribe. But I'm not going to spoil the story for you, but you'll get it. So. As you can see there, and victory. As you can see, of course, Cassel's doing the most damage, and then Zero right behind it. And surprisingly, Fallenfrey seems to be doing a little bit of damage too, so I have 3 damage dealers. But Freda's pretty good healing. I have not seen, she's been healing fine. She is a healer, so that's not surprising. A lot of times when you get dark healers, they end up, I have found them to sometimes not be very good at healing, but she's done an excellent job so far. Even in some level 50 vaults that I did. Okay, I'm going to skip this because I don't want you to see this. But yeah, I did some level 50 vault work to get some skill books and some experience, and I was able to actually complete. I was able to complete the actual XP one, but I just fell short on the skill book one. I mean, it was like close, but so, and I did it with 350s. That was before they were 53, and I almost actually did it. So they're actually pretty good, and I haven't even used their transcendence skills for the two for Cassell and Frey. So they did a very good job. So leveling awakening is very much more simplistic than I was thought. So you go to this Hall of Heroes here. Now to awaken a character, all you have to do is you just go to the Room of Ordeals, and you have to have these fragments, different fragments for different characters. But these are all the different fragments that you have. They give you a ton of these fragments. They give you like 4 chests. I think they just gave me another one here recently. Where's my chest consumables? Yeah, right here. Yeah, see? Okay. So, open and see, I just got more of the fragments. Okay. Yeah, they're giving you chests of these things. So you don't really have to worry about that. Skill books, yeah, they're giving you skill books too. Mysterious. These are top level, max level skill books right here. This is not low level stuff. And you can actually choose what you want out of the box. This is a present that they gave me. I haven't decided on what to use it with yet because I haven't decided. I have to make a determination. I'm so early in the game. You need to try to be calm when you get all this stuff, and don't just jump in and do it on a whim. Just take your time, familiarize yourself with the game, and then when you start getting max level characters, determining which is the best character, what you want to focus on, then you start using the good stuff. Don't waste it right now on something that might not pan out. Like they give you a bunch of runes and stuff. I'm putting in low level runes. I'm not using my max runes because I want to make sure I put them in the right stuff. But as you can see, they've given us this T10. These are max level T10 weapons for you know, this. I didn't get these; they gave them to me. Okay, so just so you know that you're going to get some really really good stuff in terms of gear. Um, so you want to make sure that you don't waste it on stuff that might be wasteful. Some of you can't really equip because you have to get to certain limit. Like this one here is for Reefy. This is for Dakaras. This is for Leo. Now, as you can see, this weapon right here, if you actually purchased that Dakaras character in there, you have the weapon for him. So what you can see is they're giving you some of the equipment for some of the characters that you can actually purchase. So even though you have to level them up and awaken them up, you'll have a weapon for them once you do. So that's nice in that from that regard. Now, so that's awakening, and I haven't gotten to the point. I've awakened. I had to awaken. Castle was one when I got him, so I went through it twice. And I've got him up to 3 just to do it, just to see how it works. And it's not very difficult. You do have to complete a boss, but you're allowed to use the other people in your team. So I've just blown right through these without any problem whatsoever. Giving you these 2 right here will make the early game extremely easy. Okay, I'm up to 3 with no problems. I also like the fact that, as you can see, they tell you exactly where you might be deficient. Okay, what this is telling me, this means that there's gear I have in my inventory right now that is better than what she's got on, so I need to go in and change it. It's also telling me that I have the skill books needed to enhance one of her skills, and it's also telling me that I have the fragments. The Room of Ordeals means awakening. That's what it's called. It tells me that I have the fragments needed if I want to awaken her. So I find that very, 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 very nice that on the main screen I don't have to dig into the character to see what. And this is just telling me that I have a rune to equip. If you go in and look at, you'll see that some of these items, most of them have a little hole right here. And so you go into the gear, and what you do is you basically just highlight the item, and if you want to put a rune in it, this runes, you get these as you play through the game, and this is 2 extra 3 recovery attack. I'm not going to put it in this particular weapon because it's a low level weapon, and as fast as I'm progressing through the game, as you can see, I've gotten tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I'm probably going to be getting to T4 pretty soon, so I don't really feel the need to waste runes. I did it once because I had to complete a quest for that to get some rubies at the beginning of the game, so I just did it just for that reason. But I had not seen the need to use any runes at this time, so I'm not. So, but yeah, so I like that too. That's very good. It makes it very very easy. A stealth special order. This is I like this as well too, and this allows you to, as you can phase through as you do certain things. Like this here is you obtain a remissions on 4 days. I've already done it in 3. You can do a shortcut which will take you to it. Challenges. This is clear the world boss. So this one's complete 10 Tower of Ordeals. So very 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 interesting stuff. Now the Hall of Heroes is for the awakening. I'm sorry, Hall of Heroes. Tower of Ordeals is something different. Tower of Ordeals is is a standard tower challenge right here. It's basically just floors. You just go through the floors. But the interesting thing about this is, as you go through the towers, as you go through the floors, you get artifact fragments. Okay, once you get 1,000, you can restore and create an artifact. That golem mask that I showed you that I'd awakened, I got that free when I started, but I restored once and I luckily got it again, so I was able to awaken it. Okay, so they're going to give you a bunch of fragments. I've been able to do 2 fragments, and I've only gotten 88 fragments by myself. The rest were just given to me, so they gave me 2,000 fragments. Once I did it, the first tower floor, the reward was 1,000 fragments, and then the quest after that was to make an artifact. So I went in and made an artifact. Okay, And the first artifact I got was I can't remember exactly. I think I got it on, yes, it was this right here, Feather of Sacrifice. So this was what I got on my first artifact, and my second one was this one. This one they gave me free into the game, and this one right here I got for completing a quest. I can't remember which one, but as you can see, I put an artifact on all of my main characters. Okay, so they're very generous with what they're going to give you. Understand, this is not a global launch. Okay, this is a game that's been out for a little while, not a long time, super long time, but it's been out for a little while. So this is just how it is. So they seem to be very generous as far. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to review it, make a determination as to if it's something I want to continue with. But I just wanted to go ahead and do a video on it because I found it to be very interesting. So I hope it's a little bit long-winded, but I wanted to touch on everything that the game has to offer. And it explains itself as you go through. So you shouldn't have any trouble determining what you need to do. And they're very simple. If you've played any games like this, it's got some similarities. So Awakening, Transcending, and things like that. It's pretty much the same as you encounter in most other games. Okay, so go ahead and think about giving it a try. You get 2 free 5-star, 5 limit broke characters with Transcendence ready to go. So never a better time when they're going to give you good free stuff like that. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell ding ding notification button beside it if you want to be notified whenever I drop a video. This is Ken Rear. I'm in the corner and I'm signing out.